Dylan Ratigan, host of MSNBC's Dylan Ratigan Show. I am thrilled to have Dylan here to hear what he has to say, because this guy has, as we say in Philadelphia, attitude about this matter, and I want to hear from him. I want to set this up with a bit. My hero, one of them, Norman Mailer, once said that if you ask prisoners in big maximum security prisons whether they would rather be regulated or not, they would all choose regulation because they're scared of each other more than they are of the guards. Is that true of Wall Street? Would Wall Street, to get to Mark's point, would Wall Street like a regulated environment or Dodge City for making money? What do they want?
They can make way more money without regulation, Chris. The truth of the matter is, because of modern technology, actual modern 21st century lending is a very low profit margin business. Lending is largely a gatekeeper business where I know more than you, and as a result, I can charge you more and I can trade between other people. Modern technology, much like it's done with music and other businesses, has made lending low profit, which is why the deregulation was lobbied so aggressively for by Bob Rubin and Larry Summers with Bill Clinton, to try to invent effectively a new way to exploit modern technology to create these derivative gambling parlors, which are tremendously beneficial to the profitability of the banks. And the truth is, Wall Street, much like music and quite honestly, Chris, big media, is the equivalent in its current and prior form of a horse and buggy business when the car has been rolled out. Technology has quite simply made it much less profitable to be a bank, which is why you see the shenanigans that you have seen.
Well, there's some people who will bet on anything. Is there any advantage to our economy in this casino?
No. No. Remember, the way a casino works, you and I open a casino. 50% of it will lose, 50% of it will win, but you and I are going to collect a VIG, and so it's a good business for us.
Right.
Gambling, if I can take the 50% of the losses and give them to somebody else, and now my only incentive is to bet as big as I possibly can, in the case of the banks, to bet on all the houses, all the credit, all the auto loans, all the real estate loans in the world. I now keep every bet that I win, and I'm now able to pass on because I am too big to fail. I don't care what Frank Luntz says. I don't care what the Democratic leadership says. An institution the size of J.P. Morgan or Goldman Sachs that perpetrates a wager, a multi-billion-dollar wager on the future ability of any person, country, or group of countries to pay their bills and loses, Chris, will be bailed out. I don't care whether there is a $50 billion ring of fire, a $500 billion ring of fire. I don't care what any politician says. A bank of the size that we are dealing with, a monolith, multi-trillion-dollar monolith that bets on the future credit of the world, will always be bailed out, which is why the only real solution here is to actually end too big to fail as a practice, as opposed to try to scheme a new way to bail them out the next time they make a bet without having to make such a political mess, which is what appears to be what's going on.
Was the allowed death of Lehman a mistake in retrospect?
No, because the allowed death of Lehman revealed to us, Chris, just like this SEC indictment against Goldman Sachs, the nature of the fraud or the manipulation of information that was going on at Lehman Brothers. They were taking money and hiding it with these repo 105s, and we would have never learned all that we've learned about all the schemes and scams that not only did go on, but continue to go on inside of our banking system because of these bankruptcies. And one last point I'll make on this front, Chris, in this piece of legislation, the ratings agencies still work for the banks. The ratings agencies and the regulators still work for the banks.
That's a scary thought.
That's all I have to say.
Dylan, 4 o'clock this afternoon, everybody watch. This guy knows his stuff, and he does have attitude, which I share.